Let's travel beyond the surface. Today, while the world's booking island escapes for Instagram backdrops and bottomless brunches, we are flipping the map to an island where the very act of arriving could be your last. This isn't a metaphor, this isn't a myth, this is North Sentinel Island, a patch of land in the Bay of Bengal so protected, so fiercely sovereign that any attempt to visit may end in arrows or spears. There are no hotels, no welcome signs, no locals-only bars that you can sneak into, just dense jungle, shallow reefs, and people who have rejected the modern world for over 60,000 years. This isn't just a story about danger, it's a story about choice, about autonomy, about the rare places on Earth that refuse to be mapped, monetized, or misunderstood. North Sentinel is a part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, a tropical archipelago governed by India but shaped by tectonic time and anthropological isolation. While some of the other islands on this chain have opened up to outside influence, becoming hubs for ecotourism or missionary work, North Sentinel has remained a hard no. And by no, we mean absolutely not. Since the 1960s, the Indian government has enforced a ban on travel to the island, not as a punishment though, but for protection, both for the Sentinelese people and for the rest of us. This tribe is believed to have no immunity to modern diseases. A simple cold could decimate their population. And beyond that, maybe even more importantly, that hasn't stopped people from trying though. In 2006, two fishermen drifted too close to the island after a night of illegal crab hunting. The boat was found later wrecked on the shore. Their bodies were never recovered. In 2018, an American missionary named John Allen Chow attempted to make contact hoping to convert the Sentinelese people to Christianity. He paid local fishermen to take him close and then paddled in by kayak. Within hours he was dead. The fishermen saw his body dragged along the sand. And yet the Indian government did not intervene. They didn't arrest the tribe, they didn't retrieve the body, because by international law and Indian policy, the Sentinelese are considered a particularly vulnerable tribal group. Their land, their sovereignty, their refusal are all protected. But this raises a complicated question. What happens when no contact is the wish of an entire people? When their choice is not to participate in the world that we built around them? Are they refusing progress, or are they preserving something that we've long forgotten? To understand this, we need to zoom out. North Sentinel isn't just an island, it's a mirror, a living contradiction of everything we assume about globalization, connection, and of curiosity. The Sentinelese people are hunter-gatherers, thought to number anywhere from 50 to 150 individuals. They have no agriculture, no use for fire as far as we can tell, and no permanent structures that outsiders like you and me can observe. They speak a language that no one else on Earth understands. The world is theirs, and theirs alone. But this isn't just about them wanting to be left alone, it's about them needing to be. Contact isn't just unwanted, it's a threat there. History has shown us that when isolated indigenous groups meet outsiders, the consequences are often fatal. When European colonizers arrived in the Americas, Australia, and parts of the Pacific, entire civilizations were wiped out not just by violence, but by disease. The flu, the smallpox, and even the common cold can be catastrophic to people with no immunity. What may look like hostility from the outside, arrows shot at helicopters, spears thrown at boats, is in truth a deeply intelligent survival strategy, a kind of ancestral wisdom encoded through generations. Stay alive by staying away. It's not paranoia, it's memory. But of course, humans are curious creatures. There's something about a forbidden island that makes us just want to go. It is the same impulse that draws us up to Everest or deep sea trenches or abandoned theme parks, except in this case, it's not an environment that is hostile. It's a people with rights, and the laws are clear. Under the Andaman and Nicobar Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Regulation of 1956, all travel to the islands is forbidden. So is photography, video, or even flying drones overhead. In 2018, following the death of John Chow, Indian authorities renewed their commitment to non-intervention. The island is now under constant watch, but not for tourists, for trespassers. Still, there are whispers online. Adventurers brag about getting close to the beach, and boaters sell coordinates just off the reef. Some treat it like a jungle version of Area 51. But this isn't a challenge to conquer. It's a red line for the living. There's a name for this kind of thinking: imperialist curiosity. The belief that everything on Earth is meant to be discovered, cataloged, named, and shared. But the Sentinelese people aren't lost, they aren't undiscovered, they simply don't need us. And maybe that's the most radical idea of all. From a geopolitical perspective, the North Sentinel Island poses a dilemma. How do you protect people from the world without imprisoning them in it? The Indian government has taken a hands-off approach for decades, but climate change, rising tides, and illegal fishing still threaten the area. Satellites show shoreline changes. Boats drifting too close. The tribe doesn't know about the G20 summit or AI or Instagram Reels, but they do know how to read the sea. They know how to protect their borders without militaries or surveillance. And when we look at them through purely anthropological lens, we miss the truth. They're not a case study, they are a culture. Some researchers have called North Sentinel Island the last uncontacted place on Earth, but even the phrasing censors us. Uncontacted by who? They have each other, they have the island, they have the community, and isn't that the deepest form of contact? Maybe the better term is intact. So what do we do with a place like North Sentinel? A place that refuses to be part of the global village, that fires arrows at helicopters and tells the modern world no thank you. We listen, we honor their right to exist without interference. And maybe, just maybe, we reflect on what that visual says about us. About the way we travel, about the way we conquer with kindness, the way we assume that proximity equals progress. Because the most sacred places on Earth aren't always temples or ruins. Sometimes they are untouched shores where the only welcome sign is a rustle of leaves and the message is clear: this land does not belong to you.